Today I'm going to be making something fun for Mother's Day, and these are my candied sunflowers with dark chocolate ganache. For today's video, I'm going to break it down into little sections. First we're going to work on our little candy flower, and then later on we're going to do the dark chocolate ganache. I won't actually show you how to do that ganache. I want to keep this video really short, so I'll put a link to my dark chocolate ganache in the description box, and then if you want to know how to make that, you can just flip over to that one, watch it quickly, and then you can finish this off. I have some yellow candy melts here. This is what they look like when you buy them at the store. This is what they look like when you melt them down. So I'll remove these because I've already melted some. You're going to need a little paintbrush and also some little paper molds. This is what they look like when you buy them. And if you take them and spread them out a little bit, it's going to look more like a flower, and that's exactly what we want. So you're going to get a few of these. I find if you keep a couple of them together, it holds a little bit better. I'll say 2 of them here, and then just open up, and you can see that it looks more like a flower. So I've melted this down, and we are ready to go. So what I want to do here, I want to make sure that I'm on camera. I'm using a very small brush, by the way, because this is going to give you more accuracy. You're going to get some on there, and then you're going to start painting little petals. So we don't want to go all the way around and put the candy melts all the way around to the top, because it won't look like a flower. So you're going to start painting petals, and you want these pretty thick, because the thicker they are, the more firm they will be when we remove the paper. So what I think I better do here is just zoom in a little bit to show you a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay, I have zoomed in, and I want to make sure that I'm on camera, and I'm going to start going around and just painting petals. So take your brush and just go with an upward stroke. Yours may look better than mine. And we're also going to put a nice base down in the middle. Because that's what's going to be holding our dark chocolate ganache. So just paint your petals and try to keep them thick. I find when I don't have the camera running, I actually do a better job, because I do feel a little bit under pressure when the camera's rolling, because you want to do a perfect job. But if you're sitting at your kitchen table and you're just taking your time, you're going to do a really, really nice job, better than what I'm doing here. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. And now, that looks good. I'm going to do a little bit more on this one. And now I'm just going to let this dry. And I don't even have to put this in the fridge. If I am in a rush, I could put it in the fridge. So I'm going to let this one dry. I'll do a few more, and I'll take my time so that you can really, really see the little petals. Hopefully I'll do a better job on the second one, and then we'll come back and we'll unmold them. I'll do one more on camera. So I'm going to start off this time with the base at the bottom. Now you see, you can do this in a firm mold, but if you do, you won't be able to get that fanned out kind of look with the paper, because the molds are a lot more vertical. So this looks just a little bit, more natural. Looks more flower-like. So then I'll take my paintbrush and I'm going to go right up Yeah, it looks kind of nice. Just pull your brush upward. Pull up. And you see these little areas in here, you do want to get a little bit more candy in there because that's where the chocolate ganache is going to be. So I want to have all of these filled in about halfway up. And that looks pretty good. So I've just got them on a little cutting board here. So I'll do one more for this video. Where are we here? There we are. So I'll do one more for this video. I'll let these dry and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have a bunch here. So these ones here you can see are a little bit wider. This one here I didn't open as much. So this one here was done in the same little wrapper, but I didn't open it up when I did it. I just wanted to show you the difference. So you can see that this one's not quite open. These look nicer. So to unwrap them, you want to be really, really careful. You can just start pulling the paper away. Go really, really gently because you don't want to break the little petals. And just gently peel, peel, peel. And because these are candy melts, you don't have to temper the chocolate. And look, I broke a couple of petals off, so you can see you've got to be super, super careful. Now if you did happen to break a petal, you can simply just get your little brush out and rebrush that area. So don't unmold it, just rebrush it and let it dry, and no one will ever know. And I have a few more here that I did in case I did break a few. These ones here are all closed as well. So that's our first step. Now I'm going to fill these with some nice whipped chocolate ganache. So I have just whipped a lot of air into this beautiful chocolate ganache. I'll put a little video up in the corner to show you what this looked like before I put it into the fridge. This was in my fridge about an hour and a half. It really firmed up. Then I put the beaters into it, my mixer, and incorporated a lot of air. And now you can see how thick this has become. Very, very thick. And I'm going to put this into a piping bag, and then we're going to pipe into our little flowers with this mixture. So I've just put our beautiful dark chocolate ganache into a piping bag. So this is what it is here. Now it's in the piping bag, and now we're going to fill our little flowers. So you may be wondering, well, what is chocolate ganache? This is a mixture 1-to-1 of dark chocolate to heavy cream, which is whipping cream. So 1 cup of heavy cream to 1 cup of dark chocolate. A 1-to-1 ratio. And I think I'll zoom in just a little bit. I'm just going to start applying a little bit to each flower. And you can see the reason why I wanted to whip this and chill it so that it's firm. Because if we just had it as the ganache and it was, you know, on the warmish side or room temperature and I had not whipped it, it would just be pouring out of here. So this makes a really nice job. It's firm and it's going to hold well in our little flower cups. So just get a little squeeze. You can see our flowers are coming together. Okay, that looks good. So you can see they look like little flowers. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take more of our yellow candy melts and I'm going to apply little dots on there. So I've taken some candy melts, put them into a disposable bag, into the microwave on defrost, and now we can pipe. So I put a tiny, tiny hole at the end. I want to have a lot of control. And if you don't have a piping bag, you can use a little Ziploc baggie. You just put your candy melts in the corner and just cut off a tiny, tiny hole. So now I'm just going to start putting little dots. You can put as many as you want. And try to keep them circular. And doesn't that look cute? So I'm just giving a little bit of pressure for each little dot. And you are much better off having a small hole in your piping bag or your Ziploc baggie, because that way you have to give a lot of pressure to get the stuff out. The candy melts out. If you have a large hole, it's just going to come out on its own and it's not good. You'll have no control. You could put little sprinkles on here as well if you wished. And there we have it. Look at that. Now, I'm not an artist. I'm sure at home you could do something a little bit better. So I just realized that I wasn't zoomed in that much and I wanted to get in a lot tighter with the camera just to show you a little bit more of the detail. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a fun one to do. Fun to do with your kids. So these are my candy flowers with dark chocolate ganache. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate that. That's it for today, and I'll see you next time.